welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Racers Elite Network for tonight's edition of the Xfinity Series. Coming to you live from the Virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Mike Taylor not currently in the booth with me. Sometimes he rolls in late. We may have Dakota with us as well, or I may be here solo. We'll see how the night plays out. As of right now, I am here. Ron Piles bringing you guys the action, producing and announcing from the booth here at Racers Elite Network. Glad you guys joined us here on YouTube, and we are glad to be here tonight. Not a lot of chances left to get into the championship chase, as tonight is the final regular season night. A chance for these drivers to get into the chase that have not made it in just yet. So with that being said, looks like the weather's going to be 77 degrees, ambient air temperature, 54% humidity, partly cloudy weather, and 2-mile-an-hour wind gust. And once again, wonderful camera angles here provided by Whiplash Cameras. So I want to thank them for coming around to Whiplash Sim Cams. And you can purchase their cameras on their website, but we communicate with them through Discord. So it is awesome that they keep us up and going. Texas Motor Speedway, located in Fort Worth, Texas, a little shy of about a mile and a half. This is a mile and a half racetrack on the outside. So great facility, great night under the lights here. Might see some action. We might see some fireworks. We'll see. 15 cars checked in for today's racing action, the Xfinity Series. 9 minutes left here in final practice. A little bit more stuff to cover here as we roll forward, as we're going to take a look at the point standings coming into today's event as soon as I get those put together. So first and foremost, I want to thank Racers Elite Network for allowing us to come and put on this show as the season rolls into championship contention next week, as well as also thanking Andrew Teft for hosting a fabulous series and allowing us to put the show on for everybody out there on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you may be watching. YouTube is the key for Racers Elite. I did share to Hari Sports TV, which is just a little plug there. But also thanks to, I believe it's Chantel Pottle for doing race control. I was going to shout out her brand, but I didn't want to butcher it by accident. Seems like something I'm looking for has been moved. There it is. Okay. What I was looking for. I have been redone. Okay. I was like, what is this? It looked weird. Alright. So your current point standing is coming to you here on the screen. So right now, our current championship standing is Stephen Luttrell with the point lead, 315 points. Sean Dunaway is second with 314 points. Andrew Teft is currently third with 289 points. Cody Manelli is fourth with 284 points. Lee Campbell is fifth, rounding out your top five with 280 points. Truth Oak is sixth with 273 points. Kyle Hess is seventh with 242 points. Brandon Betty is eighth with 237 points. There's a tie between him, Cliff Adams, and Dennis Kane. Barry Nelson 11th with 234 points, tie with him and Patrick Millette. Joshua O'Neill 13th, 227 points. Aaron Marquis is 14th with 224 points. Jonathan Stidham is 15th with 212 points. Curtis Ecker is 16th with 204 points. And a tie for 17th, 18th, 200 points apiece is Timothy Wisebrand and Troy Thomas. So see if that battle can get settled here this evening. As we roll through, David Kimmons is 19th, 172 points. Brandon Honeycutt, 20th, 156 points. Brandon Massey, 21st, 154 points. David Davis, 22nd, 125 points. Tied him and Robert Richardson. Kirby Wainscott, 24th, 123 points. Matthew Cornell in 25th with 113 points. Brendan Wilcox, 26th, 107 points. Justin Neal, 27th, 104 points. Eric Olas is 28th with 83 points. Jesse Fox, 29th with 65 points. Kinsley Smith is 30th with 41 points. Jack Kelly with 36 points. Rounds out your point standings coming into today's event. So a couple cool little things going on there. Drivers getting in their final practice laps here this evening. See him down there on pit road. As 15, we're going to 16 cars checked in here tonight. Let's see if I can find any other information here. So entering the regular season finale as of tonight. Comparing them to this list of drivers that have checked in, Stephen Luttrell is locked in on points, obviously being the point leader. Sean Dunaway is locked in, as well as Andrew Teft. Sean Dunaway is here, as well as Andrew Teft and Stephen Luttrell, all in attendance so far. Cody Benelli is fourth. Let's see. Cliff Adams must attend tonight's finale to remain chase eligible, and he is also here. So he is eligible, but we'll see how tonight plays out if he locks in to the chase. Patrick Millette, who is present tonight as well, is already locked in. Barry Nelson is locked in, and he is currently here as well. He's checked in. Troy Thomas must attend regular season finale to remain chase eligible, and the Nitrous Cowboy, the 88, is here in the house. So everybody else is, well, let's see, who else is here? Brandon Honeycutt, not present here tonight, is not chase eligible, did not meet participation requirements for eligibility. So the only other ones that may have a shot at this may be Brandon Biddy, who is here, Joshua Neal, and I don't think that one's going to fly. He is not checked in tonight. Aaron Marquis must attend the regular season finale to remain chase eligible, and Jonathan is checked in for tonight's race in the number 42 machine, as the drivers are finishing off, they're potentially finishing off a qualifying run or a practice run. I want to say hello to Christian Limbs Media Corner on YouTube. Thanks for checking in here to the Racers Elite Network, as the final regular season practice coming to a close in about 3 minutes before we go into qualifying for tonight's starting grid. Curtis Ecker, present, maybe is he, not present tonight, and probably will not be chase eligible. Timothy Wisebrand is here and needs some points here to make it into be chase contention. David Kimmons must win to be chase eligible, and I don't think he is here. Looking here, not checked in, so that is, I hope, maybe all lost, null, and void here. So that's the bubble spots. So a few drivers from each team here. Unfortunately, Midwest Motorsports, they got Dennis Kane in, but driver looking from the outside in, Joshua Neal. A few drivers looking to become chase eligible tonight. Potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 potential. David Kimmons' hopes gone, since he's not here to pick up a win at Texas. So if he could pick up a win tonight, he can make it in. So we got the pre-race ceremonies out of the way. We got a minute and a half of final practice left here. To give you guys an idea of where drivers stand here on their best times in final practice before we go to qualifying. It looks like Andrew Teft on top of the board. Always seems to be very dominant here in practice. He gets final practice down really well, and there's always issues throughout the race and incidents that kind of out of his control that kind of bring the woes to Andrew Teft. But he does end up doing pretty good most of the time. The luck does come up on his side, so we'll see if he can take the pole here in qualifying coming up. And if he can, then we'll see if he can adverse the luck and pick up a win and get a podium. It's been a little more common recently versus what we had before. Let's see here. New messages from. Okay, nope, we're good, Andrew. Thanks, buddy. I'm sure you're tuned in. If not, I'm good. I'll do whatever we gotta do. So maybe rolling solo. It's all good. All good. We'll make it happen. That's what we do best. Final practice rolls to a close here, and we will go to qualifying effort. Momentarily, the drivers will find their way back to their pit stalls to make some final adjustments. I'll make a slight one myself. Alrighty. So we'll see who the first driver is already coming to the pit or coming to the racetrack. Looks like the 4 of Dennis Kane will be one of the first drivers to make their way to the speedway. And the Family Traditions RVRentals.com sponsored number 4. So he's also got the Moza Sim Racing logo on the hood of that car. See what kind of lap times these drivers can put in here. See if Andrew Teff can find his way back to the top of the board here in qualifying effort. They've got 10 minutes to put in 3 laps. And a warm-up lap, 2 time laps. Barry Nelson having some issues. Got a Ferrell black flag as the first lap time comes in at the top of the board. Kyle Hess with a 30.635 will go quick time. Dennis Kane second with a 30.822 currently. Next driver across the line should be the 92 of Timothy Weisbrand. As the 92 crosses the line, he will clock a lap here. Well, looks like that lap may not have, may have been a warm-up lap, but may not have counted. Truth Hope. Let's see. Truth Hope going to come up with a 30.324. Quick time for Truth Hope in 55. Kirby Wayne Scott, 31.377. Kyle Hess to the top of the board now, 30.316. We'll go quick time. Dennis Kane, new personal best for him, 30.470. Better on his second lap for Dennis Kane, 30.470. Good enough for third quick for the time being. As Timothy Weisbrand's first lap, 30.573. Weisbrand goes fourth quick. Find somebody to watch here. More lap times coming in across the board here. Jonathan Stidham puts down a 30.741. Kirby Wayne Scott, new personal best, 30.329 for Wayne Scott. Third quick. Kyle S. stays on top of the board with a 30.316 lap. Quick time for him. Got to watch, though. Andrew Teff to watch these drivers put their lap times down. Maybe a little sniping here. And Kyle S. still on top of the board, 30.316. Cody Benelli's new best lap time is 30.516 for Benelli. That is good for fifth currently. Cliff Adams, new overall best quick time, 30.224. Cliff Adams goes to the top of the board. Is it fast enough? Does Andrew Teff have anything for him when he comes for his qualifying run? We're going to find out. The 19 of Benelli goes quick time, 30.080, and the battle is on for the pole. Cliff Adams, I believe, thought he had a good time. I think it was the end of his run. He pulls the bottom of the backstretch. He will take his car back pit side. Jonathan Stidham will come to the line this time, the 42. What will his lap be across the stripe for the 42 of Stidham? Well, then maybe that lap did not count for the 42. Troy Thomas, Nitrous Cowboy, 30.349. Nitrous Cowboy, he will clock in to the 6th position. Troy Thomas, the Nitrous Cowboy, the only driver on the racetrack at this time, as he rolls off a turn number 4 down to the line. This time, we'll see what his lap is when he crosses, and he will be scored. Is it faster than a 30.349? It is 30.159, good enough for second quick currently on the leaderboard. So Nitrous Cowboy looking to find a little speed, and he's going to clock in second quick in qualifying for the time being. We're still missing about a handful of drivers here. About 6 to be exact. So a little more than a handful. The 30 of Brandon Biddy is sitting on pit road. We got drivers. We got movement on the pit road here. The 0-1 of Sean Dunaway, the Hello Kitty sponsored 0-1 machine, working his way out onto the racetrack, as well as the number 30 of Brandon Biddy. As they come to call here for the qualifying effort. Alrighty, so first lap time to come in for the 0-1 of Sean Dunaway. Will come in this time at the line. For the Hello Kitty sponsored ride, as he crosses the line, his first lap is a 30.196. He's contesting Troy Thomas. Brandon Biddy goes 30.628, good enough for 10th on that lap. This time around, the 60 of Lee Campbell out there, and the 36 is Stephen Luttrell. Let's see here. Cross the line for the 60s. Luttrell just jumped to the pits, so apparently not what he was looking for. As the 60 crosses the line, and Lee Campbell will clock in. It looks like a warm-up lap. And Sean Dunaway, Hello Kitty, goes to the pole, 30.052. Said, how y'all doing? He wants to be up front tonight. Brandon Biddy, new personal best, his second lap better, 30.196. He will go fourth quick as those times are tight at the top of the leaderboard. Lee Campbell will get a lap this time around in that number 60. He crosses the stripe. First lap, 30.712 for Lee Campbell. He'll clock in 12th quick. There's a 36th warm-up lap. Here comes Andrew Teff, the 98 machine. He will look to make charge at the line. He'll see if he can get to the front of the field here. At 3 minutes left of final practice. Conditions are finally right. Here comes the 98 of Andrew Teff. His warm-up lap is complete. He'll try to lay down his best lap now as Patrick Millett also going to join the racing surface. Going to join the party, come out for qualifying as Lee Campbell clocks in 10th quick faster. That lap for him, 30.509. As the 36 of Stephen Luttrell clocks in 30.39 to get it up for 9th place. Up with the stream, Cody Manelli. Glad to have you back. Glad to see you out there on the racetrack, buddy. Thanks for checking in on the Racers Elite Network. Thanks for being a part of the action. Here's Andrew Teff, 30.150. Get up for 3rd quick now in the 98 machine. Racers Elite Network number 98 makes his way around as he is going to try to see if he can get the pole this time around. And he says that lap is good enough. Can't say I blame him. Don't want to give it all out there. So across the line now. Stephen Luttrell, 30.178. Enough for 5th quick. So we get a second lap in. We got the 18 machine out there on the speedway now. It's Patrick Millett. In the Prime sponsored Chevrolet. Let me make sure I was right before I belted it out there. And we'll see what he can do in the final minute of qualifying effort. Cross the line this time. Patrick Millett, 30.462. Good enough for 11th right now. I believe he's going to... Well, looks like he's going to continue to bow out an effort here as they come down the back straightaway. We'll see what he can do this time around. Can he go to the top of the board in that number 18 Chevy Camaro? Prime Hydration sponsored 18. He comes off a turn 4 to the stripe. This time for Patrick Millett. It's going to be a 30.180. A 6th place effort here in qualifying for the number 18 Chevy Camaro. So with that being said, qualifying is coming to a close. We'll take a small commercial break, about 30 seconds, and we'll be back with the starting lineup for today's race.
Does your heart pump nitro? Do you like to put your ride to the test? Well, then you're our kind of driver. The performance oils, lubricants, and industrial fluids from Nitro Lubricants help you get the most from your vehicle's engine. And our line of appearance products will keep your vehicle looking as smooth as it runs. If you want extreme performance, it's nitro or nothing. Shop our products at nitrolubricants.com. Nitro Lubricants, extreme performance.
Alrighty, 10 seconds here. We'll be going into our starting lineup. Sean Dunaway has snuck the pole and the quick time from practice and qualifying away from Andrew Teft. Should be interesting to see how this plays out. Got a race coming up here at Texas and see how they are able to shake out here. Alrighty, everybody making their way down to the grid. So starting on the inside of the front row is going to be Sean Dunaway. In the 0-1 to his outside, Cody Benelli in the 19 will start second. Andrew Teft from Chicken Coop Racing will start third in the 98 machine. Misfits Racing's number 88 of Troy Thomas will start in position number 4. Stephen Luttrell in the 36 will start position number 5. Patrick Millett in the 18 will start 6th. Biddy Family Racing's number 30 at Brandon Biddy will start 7th. Starting 8th is the Vortex Motorsports number 80 of Cliff Adams. Inside of row number 5 is the High Wide and Handsome Motorsports number 86 of Kyle Hess. To his outside, Misfits Racing's 55, the Double Nick Witz Truth Hope. Inside of row number 6 in the 11th starting spot, Chicken Coop Racing's number 10 is Kirby Wainscott. To his outside, Night Owl Racing's number 4, Dennis Kane, will start 12th. Starting inside of row number 7. The Full Send Esports number 60, Lee Campbell, will start 13th. To his outside, starting outside of number 7, and the 92 is Timothy Wiseman, will start 14th. Inside of row number 8, the 28 of Barry Nelson will start 15th. And Runover Racing's number 42 of Johnston Stadium will round out your field, starting in position number 16. That is your 16-car field for today's race here at Texas Motor Speedway. Should be a good one. Last chance for anybody to make their way into the championship chase as we get ready to start today's race. So, camera doesn't like to follow cars today, I guess. Anyway, so at the Hello Kitty 01 highlighting the front row tonight. So we're going to go cats and dogs. Cat on the inside and dogs on the outside. Benelli looking to ruin or spoil the victor here. Maybe try to take the win before this is all said and done. Hello Kitty's got a pack of wolves behind it that are hungry for a win. And Sean Dunaway, a very competitive racer here with the Racers Elite Network. Cody Benelli, Andrew Teft, a stacked field of drivers once again. Championship chase contention on the line here for those that are outside looking in. That need a little bit is the iRacing.com for Space Truck will dive to pit road. And we will take a look at the green flag coming up. And the green is out and away we go. 105 laps is the distance, and a great start for Sean Dunaway after a valiant qualifying effort, as he's going to have company already. Fast time in practice. Here comes Andrew Teft trying to make a move to the inside of Cody Benelli for the second spot already. Long way to go here. Long race, 105 laps. Going to be put to the test here. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the Racers Elite Network as we get things underway. Lap 1 complete. Lap 2 underway. Sean Dunaway looking to lead the Xfinity Series crew into turn 1 on lap number 2. Things looking great out front. A lot of battles going on right now. Brandon Biddy and the 88 of Troy Thomas and Nitrous Cowboy, the Mountain Dew sponsored ride, doing battle back here for position number 7 and 8. Brandon Biddy has it for right now. Good run for the 88 on the outside. Momentum not going to prevail here. So the IC Delco triple or double nickel of Truth Hook working the inside of Troy Thomas. Now watch not to use those tires up, not to eat them up here too quickly. Pit stops will happen. We will have pit stops throughout this race, whether they are under green or not. So watch the double nickel. A little bit of issue there for him. I don't know if maybe it was a little bit of strategy or not. He got his left side tires there dipped right below the white line there in the center of the corner, and caused him to get a little bit squirrely, but he may have used it to kind of rotate the car. Might have been a little tight for him. Looking back up front now, Sean Dunaway has a decent little gap over Andrew Tuft, about a half a second now. As Andrew Tuft and Steven Luttrell about a quarter of a second apart as well. Patrick Millette in the Prime Hydration sponsored 18 back a little bit as well. He's got Cody Benelli knocking on his door. And right behind Cody Benelli is Cliff Adams. Adams looking at the back door of the 19 of Benelli. Brandon Biddy in the 7th spot in that number 30 ride. It's like some of the sponsors on the car here. Those aren't helping me. Jessica McCooper Photography is the title sponsor on the number 30 of Brandon Biddy. As Truth Hope, the UC Delco double nickel brings his Chevy Camaro to the 8th position. Troy Thomas, Nitrous Cowboys Mountain Dew 88 ride, currently in the 9th spot, falling back 5 spots since the start of the event here. It's got a while to get back up there. Small field. Just got to try not to get too stretched out and make the pit stops work in his favor. Kirby Wainscott races elite number 10 Toyota Camry. Working the number 10 position. Timothy Wisebrand's Shaco LLC sponsored ride was looking to the inside of Kirby Wainscott, was not able to make the pass. Barry Nelson's Levi Garrett sponsored 28. Chevy Camaro working the 12th position. He started 15th, currently in the 12th spot. Kyle Hess, the Hess sponsored 86 Chevy Camaro in 13th, started in, looked like 9th spot. He's drifted back to 13th. Dennis Kane's number 4, qualified in the 12th position, currently running 14th in the Family Traditions RVRentals.com sponsored ride. Lee Campbell's number 60 Goodyear sponsored ride, rolling in position 15 right now. And Jonathan Stidham's number 42 Run Over Racing sponsored title sponsored Chevy Camaro, working the spot he qualified in is Sean Dunaway, still with the race lead, gapping it out by another 10th over Andrew Tuft in the 98. No kitty shenanigans tonight, he says. We are going from 0 to hero. Sean Dunaway looking for a race win early in this one, trying to set the pace here at the Texas Motor Speedway, the Racers Elite Network. Once again, I want to thank all the wonderful sponsors that you see scrolling across the top of the ticker there as well. Racers Elite, meaning Andrew Tuft and all the drivers and the fans that make this possible, as well as Mozart Racing for their discounts on their products for the group's sim races across the iRacing and other sim racing platforms. Also want to thank GTR Simulators. Shout out to them as well. I believe there's admin box. It's one thing I haven't looked into getting yet, but that is on my list of things, and I'm sure Chantal Pottle's there. He probably has one of those. If not, then she is a class act. I'm not sure what she's using to admin these events, but she does a fantastic job. The drivers commend her on her duties. They may not agree with everything that's what happens on the sim and the calls that get thrown down, but they are final, and she does a fantastic job, and are very little disputes on her calls. Andrew Tuft once again working that 2nd spot. We'll see if there's anything interesting going on throughout the field. Looks like a move coming on Brandon Biddy from Cliff Adams. Adams drives right to the back bumper of the 30. The 30 drives in harder. And needs a little bit of push there through the center of the corner. Fastest lap of the race right now, of course, belongs to Sean Dunaway, the Hello Kitty sponsored 01 Chevy Camaro with a 30.294. And tell you what, Andrew Tuft not far from that 30.300, and I'm sure he hit that lap time and thought, geez, how fast is Sean Dunaway really going out there? As you see the move The 88 of Troy Thomas, Nitrous Cowboys trying to drive up on Cliff Adams now as he looks to get inside through the trioval. Is not able to make it happen. Good move there on the 10 of Kirby Wainscott. He'll make the pass, so he'll get around Truth Hope for position number 9. Brandon Biddy looks like he may have gotten into the wall a little bit there in that 30 machine. That's going to allow Cliff Adams to drive up along the outside, and that show you that number 80 sponsored Yingling car. It looks like the 42 of Jonathan Stidham had some connection issues. Technical difficulties, a little electrical problem in the car. See, he's still with us here, but he has lost a lot of ground on this racetrack. Good battle here. The number 80 of Cliff Adams working the outside of Brandon Biddy now down the back straightaway as they roll into turn 3. Great drive to the center for Adams. We'll see if he can keep it out of the wall as they come off the corner. Biddy gets a good run on the inside as well. He may have a little bit of drafting help here. I don't know if it's going to be maybe just enough to give him a slight advantage. Gets the push. He might be able to clear Cliff Adams as the 30 of Brandon Biddy's going to hang on to position number 6. This is where the battle on the racetrack is right now. Cliff Adams, Brandon Biddy back and forth here for P6. And here we go. We're about to have a 3. I think he thought better of it. The Nitrous Cowboy, Troy Thomas, about stuffed his nose in there. He wanted to get a piece of this battle. Not sure if there's a history here that he's aware of something or that we're not quite aware of, but looked like he was going to try to make quick work of this, and he took a moment to think better of it. Timothy Wisebrand, past Truth Hope. That back for position number 11. There's Cliff Adams and Brandon Biddy, the battle on the racetrack right now for position as they consistently keep changing spots here back and forth, and looks like Cliff Adams maybe using the stuff up on the high side has to drop back, fall back in line, and to regroup here and figure out how he wants to do this. He doesn't want to throw his race away right now over pit strategy and using a little bit more rubber than somebody else. So it looks like he's going to take challenge now from the 88 Nitrous Cowboy, Troy Thomas. Thomas had to lift off the lob pedal a little bit to keep from getting into the side of the 80 machine of Adams. That's going to allow him to gap back out here. Stephen Luttrell around Andrew Teff for P2. Andrew Teff now starting to fall back, and here he goes. He's going to go back after it. He's not going to give up second spot that easy, as he's going to go back after Stephen Luttrell now. He'll have second spot as they roll into turns 1 and 2. So great battle going on around the speedway. And Stephen Luttrell back after the 98 as they roll down the back straightaway. Into 3, and Luttrell will take back over the spot. He'll hold the car down. Great moves for these drivers getting around the Texas Motor Speedway. Lap 19 18 complete, 19 underway, and Sean Dunaway still trying to step out this lead. Want to shout out William Luttrell, Stephen Luttrell fan club in the house. Heck yeah, glad to have you guys here on the Racers Elite Network. Last race of the regular season. All right, you guys said you got a fan club, so where's the merch trailer at? Where's the Stephen Luttrell merch trailer? What's the website link? Come on now, give it up. Sean Dunaway, your race leader, the Hello Kitty. Man, I tell you what, he can sell some T-shirts down there with that 01 machine. The Hello Kitty ride. Good looking ride there. He's got all the little kids' hearts, the Hello Kitty stuff. We're not gonna brand. What's the word? We're not gonna go all ethnic or anything. So he can sell some T-shirts, the Hello Kitty vibes, with the race lead. Chicken Coop Racing's number 01. It's a Chicken Coop sponsor back there on the quarter. You know, William, I didn't have to sit here and call the race. I mean, I guess I could get up and run away, but we could We have a race to the merch trailer, and the last one there has to buy our own beer, our own shots. Fan club included. Anyway, all right. Looks like Jonathan Stidham has come down pit road, and he may be calling it a day in the 42 pit. We'll see how long he stays down there. Andrew Tept, Patrick Millette back and forth now. Under construction. I got you. It's all good. I'll drop my merch link. I got one. You can go to myracepass.com and look up Ronald Piles. Anyway, a couple things to highlight while we were having a conversation there. A couple drivers making some moves around the speedway. So Jonathan sitting down pit road. Barry Nelson the other on Timothy Weisbrand. Timothy Weisbrand and Barry Nelson back and forth. Kyle Hess, Barry Nelson for P11, so it's a mid-pack race. Patrick Millette, Andrew Tept, and then Andrew Tept back around Millette, so Millette coming forward there apparently as they're going to run third and fourth. There's a good battle here again. Duff Adams and Brandon Biddy. Man, this is a back and forth battle of the centuries here as Yingling and a photography crew. I don't know if those two actually go together. That sounds like a recipe for a bad news segment. Or maybe some America's Funniest Home Videos. So Lee Campbell and Truth Hook position 14. Dennis King got around Barry Nelson. Cliff Adams around Brandon Biddies. You saw it here on the screen for position number 6. Stidham has returned from the race, from the pit road to the racetrack, so that is a continuing battle, uphill battle for him. As Kyle Hess got around Timothy Weisbrand for position number 10. So he'll move into the 10th spot. Kirby Wainscott got around Troy Thomas, and that battle for position number 8. So a couple battles there midfield, mid-pack, trying to get things settled out a little bit. But right now, Sean Dunaway still with the race lead, with a 3/4 of a second lead over Stephen Luttrell. Once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Racers Elite Network tonight, Texas Motor Speedway. Last race of the regular season, lap 26 complete, 27 underway. Jonathan Stidham, the first driver to go a lap down, possibly 2 laps as long as he was in pit road there, for 42 seconds. Well, he's actually 3 laps down now. So that's a rough start, being this short into the segment of the race. But hey, things can happen. Drivers get a little antsy. We have some bright colored, what do you call that, vinyl in the air. Hopefully don't see that. We got a really bright neon one up there now, so if we don't see that next to amber colored one, we ain't gonna call it, we ain't gonna say it, we ain't gonna bring that here. I'll put this on these guys. These guys are gonna get green to checkered here at Texas. So put that out there. We're gonna get green to checkered. How many cautions we're gonna have tonight? Put that vote in the chat. What do y'all think? I can't put it in there. I'm not a Racers Elite Network admin on YouTube. I can't put a poll up. So, what do y'all think? Hello Kitty out there right now. You're race leader of Sean Dunaway and that Chevy Camaro Lincoln. It looks strong, and it is a mix tonight. Oh, he's got a comfortable. He's out there by. No, he's got a half a second there. Stephen Luttrell's dialed it in. I think he turned it up a little bit. We'll give y'all a speed shot. Yeah, I mean it's comfortable, but it's not too cozy. Stephen Luttrell is reeling in Sean Dunaway. So Dunaway gave it all he had for the first 30 laps so far, and it looks like he may be wearing out the rubber on the front of that car. That car may be having a little bit of handling woes. He may be giving up a little bit of track position and some speed right now, trying to keep that car under him. Probably not having to give up too much, but Stephen Luttrell has found a way to get comfortable, and he is reeling him in and doing a little fishing. doing some fishing and some reeling. He's bringing the 18 of Patrick Millett along with him. Last couple times by, and Sean Dunaway giving up. Oh, that's a big costly mistake. He did not have time to do that, and we're going to give up the race lead here. As here comes Stephen Luttrell. He is hungry. The 36 of Stephen Luttrell will take the race lead. We'll see if the momentum of the 01 can hold up on the outside. I do not believe it will, as Patrick Millett will move to the inside of the 01 of Sean Dunaway. Dunaway has led a lot of this race already. And unfortunately, you can lead as many laps as you want, but you have to lead the last one to win. And right now, not looking good for the 0-1. But hey, you can use your stuff up a little bit here. Pit stops will be coming, and he'll get a chance to run back to the lead if he can stay with them. But man, I'll tell you what, last time by 32.061 for your race leader of Stephen Luttrell in the 36 machine. Driver in second, Patrick Millett, 32.231, and Sean Dunaway, 32.616, so almost a half a second, just close to half a second difference in lap time between those three drivers. I'm pretty sure I can throw that up on the screen for y'all to take a look at here. So find something here. I believe. That's what I wanted, this one. There we go. There you go, last 5 laps, and we'll go. So, Luttrell and Millett, lap time wise, that's Millett and Sean Dunaway's lap times. Here's a difference of what it looks like between the laps there. Yes, pit stops underway now. Kirby Wayne, Scott, Timothy Wise, Brendan Biddy all down pit road. So we are hot on pit road. Green flag stops underway. Let's see what kind of. Oh, Kirby Wayne, Scott. Maybe too fast entering. The black flag. Not good, not good. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened on that entry for the 30 or for the 10 of Kirby Wayne Scott. Let's see just how fast he came in. Looks like he was hauling pretty good. Back that up here just a moment. Make sure you didn't miss the cone. Let's see. He hit the entry. He hit the commitment. He had to have been speeding. Speeding on pit road. Not good. For the 10 of Kirby Wayne Scott. And Brandon Biddy. Oh, we got an issue on. Hang on a minute. What had just happened? Stephen Luttrell. Let me see. Well, we got an issue coming to pit road, but I think it's just the track map. Everything looks good. Andrew Tepp, fastest in final practice. Did not qualify on the pole, is now your race leader. He has to make a pit stop momentarily. And Andrew Tepp not going to help his efforts there any. And oh man, tough break. You saw him slide the car. And a black flag for a speeding penalty for the 98. He dead stopped. He did the "you've got to be kidding me" thing. And has put himself in the hole here at Texas. He's not alone though. Brandon Biddy had a meatball flag. That is not good. So there was contact with the number 30. Somewhere along the lines here. What happened to Brandon Biddy? He crashed coming to pit road. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Brandon Biddy's flag here. He did crash. There was no caution. What exactly did he do? How did he get into the... Oh, he hit the wall. Lost control, hit the wall hard. Fortunately, I believe Fast Repair, he will rejoin us. And he has. He's rejoined us. He is about 3 laps down, I believe. So, unfortunately, laps down, but still with us. Him and Jonathan Stidham potentially going to battle for position. The 42 is that compared to the 30, and he's behind him. So, he's about a lap behind. So, interesting stuff going on. Stephen Luttrell in the Toyota Camry, number 36, is your race leader. Has re-inherited the lead. Lap times are being thrown down. The gauntlet's out there right now. Patrick Millette appears to have had a speeding penalty. A lot of drivers here with some speeding issues on pit road tonight. Going to be the story of Texas. I think Matt Dillon's down there issuing speeding penalties. Stephen Luttrell, your race leader. By about a full second over the 19 of Cody Benelli. Right now it's the key of Save the Equipment. Sean Dunaway, the Hello Kitty 01, working the 3rd position now. Cliff Adams in 4th. So a lot of shaking up standings as of right now as the running order here goes. Let's go ahead and go down through the order. If you've been following along top of the screen, you know what it is, but if not, I'm going to read it to you. So Stephen Luttrell, your current race leader. 2nd right now is the 19 of Cody Benelli. 3rd, Sean Dunaway, currently in the 4th position. Cliff Adams in a big mover here. Probably due to some penalties, but maybe due to some racing here. Is Cliff Adams in the 4th spot, the number 80. The big mover is Timothy Weisbrand, up 9 spots, is currently in the top 5 in the 92. Currently in the 6th spot, Nitrous Cowboy, Troy Thomas is 6th. Kyle Hess is 7th in the 86. Dennis Kane is 8th. The Double Nickel Truth Hook is 9th. And running your top 10 is Barry Nelson in the 28. A lot of big time changes in this so far. Patrick Millette is 11th. Andrew Tufton and Brandon Biddy's toughest breaks are both back 9 spots from where they started. As Andrew Tuft is 12th, Kirby Wainscott 13th. 14th, Lee Campbell. 15th is Jonathan Stidham, and Brandon Biddy is 16th in the 30. That is your current rundown. That's how they're running on the racetrack here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lap 45, 105. 45. Lap 45 will be completed here in just a moment as Stephen Luttrell works his way off a turn 4 to the line. Sean Dunaway around Cody Benelli as he's trying to battle back to the race lead as he'll try to run down. The 36 of Stephen Luttrell as his lead is still just a little shy of a full second here. The 36 of Luttrell looking good. What a fan cam through the fence here. I know y'all pay good money. These are the cheap seats, so we'll fix it. I'm sorry. Here we go. Back to the infield. We'll get the media credentials passed to go down there and get y'all some good TV footage. Andrew Tupp makes a pass over Kirby Wainscott, take over position number 12 as they fight to get a lap back. See the, is that a, man, I don't know, but that is not a 10th mountain patch. That is a mountain patch. It's a military mountain patch. Just don't think it's the one. I think it is. Shouldn't be anyway. I guess it is. Okay. So, that's a little personal in a way. I was in Afghanistan. A little backstory on me real quick. And when we were in Afghanistan, we were relieved by the 10th Mountain. Came in and to close out our fob. I won't say which one it was. If Latrell was part of that at the time, then he will know which one it is. And it was recent, but I mean recent. I'm talking the last like probably 10 years. But anyway, fun times, and Stephen Latrell, your current race leader with the 10th Mountain Patch on the front of that car. And thank you, William. Yes, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't think we're ever face to face with each other at any point in time, but we were potentially in the same ground together. Gotcha. I thank them for their service. As a family and brother, as Patrick Millette sets a new overall quick time, 30.254. So that's a new overall quick time. Millette dishing it out here. Wish I had some cameras covered a little bit more racetrack. He's kind of out there by himself. Sean Dunaway trying to run down Stephen Latrell. There's the Echo Park restart zone. The last pass was 4 laps ago on lap 48. Kyle Hess got past Timothy Weisbrand. That was for position number 6. Cliff Adams getting around Cody Benelli for P4, and that was a non-contested pass. Drug the brake, let him go, and momentum will swing in Cliff Adams' favor. He will strongly command the 3rd spot in the Yingling Lager number 80 car. Here, little contact there, pushing the envelope just a little too hard. They have to shorten his throttle rod, put a stop on the carburetor or something. Give him a smaller accelerator pump. Oh, these are the Xfinity cars. They might be fuel injected by now. I've lost touch with my NASCAR side. Just enjoy coming out and doing what we do for y'all here on the Racers Elite Network. Letting these drivers go back and watch the race and listen to me rant and ramble throughout the course of the event. And here comes the 18 Prime Hydration sponsored. Oh, slide for the 18. What a way to hands on that. 18 got loose, saved it. Pushed the envelope. Patrick Millette hangs on to that spot in the 18. If I was the 19 of Cody Benelli, I might be thinking twice about getting close to the back of that ride. He was almost gone. What a save for that 18. Somebody might find him a new pair of underwear. The Pucker Factor might have ate those. Should be seeing another round of pit stops coming up here, I believe, momentarily. Let's see the last window. For it, lap 37, so around lap 74. So we're a little bit out yet. It's these are based on how hard they run the tires into the ground. So we have the shortest pit stop. Shortest pit stop time. This is including pit lane. This is not, actually, you know what? Shortest time on pit lane. 45.9. There's a four-way tie. So pretty good job there by it's Cliff Adams and Troy Thomas, Kyle Hess, and Dennis Kane. Great stops there for them. Let's take a look at what their actual stop time was. And the driver with the fastest stop, 14.4, the Nitrous Cowboy, Troy Thomas. How about that? That's him on having the fastest lap time there, or fastest pit stop time. Nobody on off pit road, the fastest on that round of stops. Brandon Biddy got around. Jonathan Stidham is on pit road for the second or third time today. This time, Jonathan Stidham made it down pit road, no penalty. However, already 3 laps down, and then kind of off pace pit stop. 15.3 seconds, so not the fastest stop of the day, but pretty stellar stop there for the number 42 of Jonathan Stidham. He was 43 seconds on pit road, so not bad there. Not bad at all on pit road timing. Is we're going to have some coming down. See him coming out there in the Run Over Racing 42 as he's trying to rejoin the field. Lap 62. So we may have one final stop and they'll make it to the end. The difference is the big bad yellow word. Will we have one? Will we not? The Racers Elite Network, very competitive and also very stacked full of high-class drivers. Always great to come out and watch them put on a show here and do just what they do. And a green to checkered is always possible in this series. Not sure if the Cup Series, sure they're all very elite style leagues and drivers. So here comes Stidham. He's trying to make up some ground right now on some fresh tires. However, the more ground he eats up now, the worse it's going to cost him later. Once those tires start to go away. Question is, do you drive on the right front or do you drive on the right rear? Which way makes it best for these drivers to get around? Stephen Luttrell still your race leaders. Sean Dunaway has yet to run him down. Still a 3/4 of a second lead for Stephen Luttrell over Sean Dunaway. So I will be back tomorrow night with the Racers Elite Network with the Next Gen Series with their final race of the season. And Barry Nelson has a meatball flag in the 28. What happened to Barry Nelson prior to him coming to pit road? Let's take a look here. He's given 2 flags here, so let's see. He's given one for that. What's the... Oh, he nosed it in the wall? This doesn't make sense. You got one, then got the other. Something just ain't right here. Let's bring it back here. Looks like you brought it off the outside wall. And it was delayed to give it to him. I didn't. Look, oh, right there. Bang. Hard hit for the number 28 of Barry Nelson. Car looks to be fairly okay, but that right front splitter has got a good bit of damage and a little broken. He got his flags taken care of. He's back with us coming to the racetrack, I believe. We'll see. Yeah, it says Barry Nelson. Is that Patrick Millette? Also, what had just happened? What? I think it's because they're on pit road. What is going on here? We'll be losing our first couple of drivers here. And looks like we've lost Patrick Millette and Barry Nelson out of this event. Not sure what happened to Millette. Maybe a speeding penalty for the. Oh, you know, meatball? Did not. Didn't get a meatball. Patrick Millette should still be with us. A little weird. Let's see. Not completing any laps, so he may be done. And Jonathan Stidham looks like he's going to take over that spot. So Patrick Millette is out of this event in the 18. We lost our first pair of drivers in this event, lap 70, with 36 laps to go. Sorry, almost at 35. Remember, we got to count that. We got to run that last lap. We don't just cross and it's over. Continuation of pit stop should be coming up here momentarily. Field working their way around now. Race leader is still Stephen Luttrell. He still has yet to make his second pit stop. The only drivers make the second stop so far, Cody Benelli, who has just wavered his spot to Dennis Kane for position number 7. As Cody Benelli comes to pit road here on lap 70. So Benelli looking for his maybe a third pit stop for that. It should be in a second. Looks like it may be a third one. Oh boy. So Cody Benelli's stop time 14.7 seconds. Dennis Kane and Timothy Weisbrand are now on pit road. Stephen Luttrell continues to lead out front. Everybody pretty spaced out right now. Andrew Tefter on Cody Benelli for P9. Truth currently position number 5 as he's worked his way around Dennis Kane and Cliff Adams. Timothy Weisbrand, Dennis Kane. Cody Benelli going to go to P8 now. Drivers working their way off of pit road, getting out of this pit cycle. As Stephen Luttrell is still your race leader in the 36, has yet to come in for his second stop. We're starting to see Luttrell, Dunaway, Thomas, Kyle Hess, Andrew Tuft, Kirby Wayne Scott, Brendan Biddy, and that should be it. We still have 14 drivers in contention in today's race. To include Stephen Luttrell, Sean Dunaway, Troy Thomas, Kyle Hess, Cody Benelli, Cliff Adams, Andrew Tepp, Dennis Kane, Truth and Hope, Kirby Wayne, Scott, Timothy Weisbrand, Lee Campbell, and Brandon Biddy, as well as Jonathan Stidham is hanging with us here in the ladder as your front 3 coming to pit road. And it looks like Stephen Luttrell going to beat Dunaway off of pit road. Dunaway's trying to make up some time here as they both leave pit road together. Timothy Weisbrand had a black flag as came in, had it cleared, and he will return to racing action. Tough break for Weisbrand in the 11th spot. That's just Cowboy Troy Thomas, the 88, coming to pit road. And he is cruising down the backstretch. The 88 is out of fuel. Maybe. No, he's clutching. Being that low makes me wonder. He is got to be low. that car low on RPMs. So he gonna have enough to make it. He killed it. He's trying to save fuel. Does this work for Troy Thomas in the 88? Riding on board down pit road. Engine is off. You hear the fans running, trying to keep him cool in that car. So the dashboard is actively not running. What's the call here? 4 tires and fuel for the 88? Or fuel only? Engine off, pit stop. Right side's up. He may have been out of fuel. Holding at 4 grand is not going to help him get out of here any faster, I don't believe. I'm not an expert. However, it's going to cost me a little bit of time here. Having to come down pit road. We'll see. Does this strategy play out for him? Right sides are on. That may have been a 2-tire stop for the 88. He may have had some damage. We'll see. Right sides only, it looked like, for the 88 car. I think he used that extra time to try to get some damage fixed. Cody Benelli is your race leader in the 19. He has pitted twice. He is the race leader. He has a full second advantage over Stephen Luttrell in the 36. So Benelli now, after that round of stops, is your race leader. 26 laps to go. Stephen Luttrell second. Sean Dunaway is third. Currently in the 4th spot is Cliff Adams. Running out your top 5 is Kyle Hess. 6th is Dennis Kane. Chisholm is 7th. Andrew Teft rounds out the top 8. Kirby Wainscott 9th. Running in the 10th spot, Lee Campbell. 11th, Troy Thomas. 12th is Jonathan Stidham. And Brandon Biddy rounds out the 13 car field. Timothy Wiseburn, Patrick Millett, and Barry Nelson out of this event. The last 3 on the list, on the roster here. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Racers Elite Network for tonight's last race of the regular season in the NASCAR Xfinity Racers Elite Network iRacing League. Tomorrow night, come back and join us. We will be changing tracks, however, and we will have the Racers Elite Network Next Gen Series tomorrow night. I want to say that we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we'll be packing up the house here tonight and rolling over to Atlanta Motor Speedway for tomorrow night's race once the completion of tonight's event is over. So we're making the trip over from the Texas Motor Speedway to visit Atlanta. And I may stand corrected on that. Let me look here. My eyes do not deceive me. We will be at the Old Atlanta tomorrow night. And we have a caution. And looks to involve the 80 of Cliff Adams, and we'll see if we can't draw a replay. What has happened to the number 80 on the Insurance Centers Incorporated Instant Replay? He gets a little tight in the corner, gets a shot in the shorts from the 88. The Nitrous Cowboy giving the 80 a shot. He will go up the racetrack. Oh, that was a double shot. That looked quite intentional on that part. Not my call. We'll let Chantel Pottles handle that in the race control, but that is a no, bad dog, no biscuit. That's not how we're going to play here. There'll be an EO probably given to the 88 as that incident ensued. And taking out 2 great looking Chevrolet rides here between the 88 of Troy Thomas and the, that one's looks like Cliff Adams a Chevy. So both of them are Chevys. Taking out 2 Chevys there. Not very friendly. That's the reason for the caution flag coming out. Unfortunately, Cliff Adams was given a shot in the caboose from the 88. You saw it there. And the that was uncalled for. Um, Giving it right back. So those two drivers probably going to be put in timeout. They'll have to settle their differences. I don't believe there's any nails in the coffin on either one of them not being able to get into contention for this chase either. So it's the one thing that doesn't really make sense to me. Troy Thomas is in. Just had to be here tonight. And both of them were under the same kind of aspects of having to be here. That right there could have potentially pulled their status, though. So status quo, that may hurt. I mean, that's going to hurt points wise. But Sean Dunaway, your race leader, under caution with 21 to go. What a bummer that is, though. I mean, that's nuts to be able to have to do. Oh, Troy Thomas has been disqualified for that move. Intentional incident with him coming from race control. I mean, that's we don't like to see intentional wrecks, and that being the way it was, unfortunately, I know race control does not want to ever be put in that position, but had to handle the rowdies, and that is exactly what had to happen there. She doesn't want to do it, but she is not afraid to make it happen when it needs to happen, and that is what has been brought down. Lights down on the iRacing.com official pace truck. Green flag back out. And looks to be Sean Dunaway and the Hello Kitty ride going to jump out in front. He wants to get away from everybody. Does not want to be a part of the incidents that had just occurred. And it looks like he's going to set the pace here once again. All right, Sean Dunaway takes to the point here. Everybody setting new personal best lap times. Everybody on the go. Loud pedal underway. 17 laps remain. Everybody wants to get on it. The driver with the fastest lap of the race is no longer a part of it. It's Patrick Millette out of this event in that number 18 ride. So unfortunately, Troy Thomas has been counted out of this one. And Troy Thomas, a man of his condolences, put his apologies out in the chat here. Sean Dunaway still your race leader. Cody Benelli in second. Third is Stephen Luttrell. Fourth, Cliff Adams. Running out your top 5 is Andrew Teft. Teft making a run back at this after having a speeding penalty earlier on. Truth Hook taking over the position in number 6. They're passing Kyle Hess. Battle now behind them. Truth Hook, Kyle Hess, battle for position, Dennis Kane. And 14 laps to go. Sean Dunaway stepping it out, full second lead. Troy Thomas called out that he was going to pit. And he got hit. He got mad about it. So he has figured out. Didn't want to do it, but just kind of ended up in bad blood to be handled. Troy apologized and everybody got mad, so be okay. We'll live to race another day. Hopefully, take your penalty and run. So Sean Dunaway, your race leader, 12 to go, and he shows no sign of slowing down. Stephen Luttrell on the 36 is second. The dogs are hungry and the cat's out front. So we'll let the cat out of the bag that's leading the race, and the dogs are on the chase. Chase starts next week. Stephen Luttrell second, Cliff Adams third, Cody Benelli is fourth, Kyle Hess still the last pass around Truth Hook for position number 6. Hess hangs on to the 6th spot. Ten laps to go for Sean Dunaway's 01 Hello Kitty Chevy Camaro. Biggest mover of the race so far today. Up 5 spots, Cliff Adams, 8th to 5th, or 3rd, excuse me. 8th to 3rd, up 5 spots. That title being contended with by Dennis Kane, up from 12th to 8th, currently in the 4th spot, but right now it's Cliff Adams. He is higher on the leaderboard in the 3rd position, so he will be the one to have the hard charger. Almost positions gained of the day is the Jonathan Stidham's up 4 spots, but he's going to lock in. Actually, Stidham has returned to the racetrack, so Jonathan Stidham trying to make up some ground in that 42 machine after seeing Troy Thomas, Timothy Wiseman, Patrick Millette, and Barry Nelson all come to the pits and kind of call it a night. Jonathan Stidham returns to 3 laps down, and he is currently running in the 12th spot. I don't believe he's in contention with anybody. Doesn't look to be. But he's out there putting laps down. He's looking to try to get back when the lead lap for this is over, but I don't know that he's going to have enough time. I don't think we're going to have enough incidents to bring him back to the lead lap. With 8 laps to go, I will bite my tongue because anything is possible. This is iRacing, and glitches happen, and people get a little heated over battle for position, and, you know, somebody might just decide that they need to pit, and whammo, another caution comes out. So, unfortunately, we did get the 1 caution here tonight. Potentially 2. We've had some issues, but everything looking smooth here. And the Hello Kitty 01 is getting company. Stephen Luttrell's 36 ride is slowly dwindling into the picture as that lead has been dwindled down. Luttrell is hunting heavy. The cat may be out of the bag, but it's about to find its way back into it here very shortly. It's about to get chewed up and spat out. Its 9 lives are about to be had. As Sean Dunaway comes to call off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looks like he may have a run dialed up for that 01 of Sean Dunaway. Does Dunaway have anything left in the tank for the 76 Luttrell as he comes calling to the inside? Here comes the 10th Mountain sponsored number 36 of Stephen Luttrell to the inside. The Hello Kitty number 01 with 6 laps to go, 5 to go. Show the hand starter stand. 5 laps remain. 100 laps are down. 5 to go as they roll through turns 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2, Stephen Luttrell will inherit the race lead, and here comes the 80 of Cliff Adams to the inside. Sean Dunaway slipping here in the closing laps of this one as they come to 4 to go. Dunaway going to fall to 3rd. Had the race lead. He had qualified on the pole, but that doesn't look good for the win. He's led a lot of laps here, but he's not going to lead the last one. I don't believe it. Stephen Luttrell's looking good, looking sharp. And the Luttrell fan club is on their feet with 4 laps remaining as they roll down the back straight away. Luttrell, Adams, Dunaway, Benelli, and Hess, your top 5. Kyle Hess just passed Andrew Teff, put Teff back to the 6th spot. Does Andrew Teff have anything left in the tank? Can he make a run at this? 4 laps to go. Spread ways back. Can he cinch down the top 5 before this is all said and done? Truth Hope, double nickel, currently in the 7th spot. Tell you what, last time by, fastest driver on the racetrack, 31.664 is Cliff Adams in the 80 machine. Can he run down Stephen Luttrell and make a pass? 1.7, yeah, that's the fastest driver on the racetrack. Last time by is Cliff Adams. And he is hunting down the race leader. Can he make it happen? Interval, 1/4 of a second. 3 laps, make it 2 to go. Flash of the green at the starter stand. 2 to go for your race leader, Stephen Luttrell. Cliff Adams on the hunt. Can the Yuengling sponsored Chevy Camaro make a pass for the race lead and pick up the win? This is going to be a last lap pass here at Texas. We're about to live it. We're about to find out. Off of turn number 4, coming to the tri-oval. White flag is out. Who is it going to be? Who's going to pick up the win here today? It's going to be close. It looks like Cliff Adams is able to make the pass, and I don't think there's anything Stephen Luttrell can do about it. We'll see. Off turn number 4 to the line. Cliff Adams, last lap pass at Texas. He wins. Cliff Adams at Texas. Stephen Luttrell comes home 2nd. Sean Dunaway 3rd. Cody Benelli comes home 4th. Kyle Hess 5th. Andrew Teff 6th. Truth Hope 7th. Dennis Kane wraps it up 8th. Coming home 9th is Kirby Wainscott. Rounding out your top 10 is Lee Campbell. 11th is Brandon Biddy. 12th, Jonathan Stidham. 13th is Troy Thomas. 14th, Timothy Wisebrand. 15th is Patrick Roulette. And 16th, rounding out your field, is Barry Nelson. We'll be back in just a moment. Talk to your top 3 drivers on the podium after a brief message from our Esports TV sponsor.
Racers that win, pour it in, and we appreciate you.
Alrighty, back here live with the runners, our top 3 here. We'll talk with our 3rd place finisher, Sean Dunaway, our fast qualifier. Set himself on the pole, was not able to hang on to it though. So we get him here in the booth. Sean, congratulations, buddy. Fast qualifier today. And started on the pole, and you led quite a good bit of it, but man, it just didn't have just enough save there to keep it together at the end.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Definitely, I'm more of a long run kind of guy, but just could not figure out the long run tonight. The first 10, 15 laps always felt good, but then yeah, just cooked the tires. Uh, took a, took advantage of taking two tires at the end during that caution, which in theory was actually a pretty good idea. I felt a lot looser, um, but unfortunately, I just cooked the tires at the end there, so I just couldn't hang on. But yeah, we'll take a P3 nonetheless there.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a car to beat there coming from early on going there. Thought maybe Andrew Shept had something for everybody, and then he served a speeding penalty, and he said unfortunately come up a couple spots shy there. They were able to run you down, and maybe the two tires wasn't a good idea, but maybe it was a beneficial part in a little track position. But anyway, brother, a good third place finish. Anybody like to help you pick up a podium here today at the Texas Motor Speedway to round out the regular season?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to thank my mom, stepdad for always watching, my wife, and then my cats for always trying to ruin my race here.
Well, seems like they didn't really bother you tonight, but they were definitely trolling on a couple other rides and holding the pedals down for them.
Right.
Maybe they
For
were
sure.
dragging your brake.
Yep, exactly.
All right, Sean, congratulations on the podium tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you more before the season's over.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, Sean Dunaway picking up the second spot. We'll talk now with our. Well, looks like do we have Stephen Luttrell? Don't see him here. Maybe he'll join us. We'll jump up and talk with our race winner. Made a last lap pass for the win was Cliff Adams. And Cliff, congratulations, buddy. Did you know you had it in you out of North Carolina picking up the race win, the last lap pass? And I'm drinking Michelob Ultra here, and having to shut it down because you got a Yingling sponsor on the car. It's killing my vibe. I
No,
mean,
I didn't
congrats,
think I
man.
had it in me. Them guys were really fast all night. Really, it was just a chance of luck there at the end.
Well, you started back in 8th position, and a few things went your way throughout the course of the event, and you were smooth, you were steady, you ran your lines. Very, very quick the last few laps there to run down Stephen Luttrell and make that last lap pass was just fantastic. It was a great race. It came down to the wire, and I tell you what, I expected Stephen to maybe give him a little bit more of a battle, a little bit more troublesome. But I mean, you had the line you were running just completely obliterated his lap time. Just your last lap was a 31.843, and his was a 32.597. So maybe
Yeah,
just
he
his
made a
line.
mistake coming off of I think it was turn two. He pushed a little hard and got in the wall, and it really gave me the chance. I mean, I might have got a little bit closer to him, but if he didn't make that mistake, he could have had it.
Opportunity knocked, and you came along calling. So, been a great win. Anybody that you would like to thank to help make this possible to pick up today's race win for you?
Well, my boys over at Vortex Motorsports, we work together a lot. They're a big help. I'd like to, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Andrew and everybody behind the scenes that make it happen for the league. It's a really good league to run in.
Yeah, most definitely seeing the only caution we had, I think, was just due to um, call it ignorance and bliss. So,
Yeah, I made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention to the message coming across the top of the screen, and he did call out. He was coming to the pits on the message. He didn't come over the radio, but he came over, the message and sent it, and I didn't see it, and I made a honest mistake, and he was pretty unhappy about it, which I kind of understand.
yeah. I mean, it's it's simulated racing. There's stuff that's gonna happen that's out of our control, and people will take it serious. And I understand. I like to try. Like, there's a mistake too. I was watching slow mo, and as we're speaking, he's slamming the wall and left a little bit of orange crumbles up there, and that's where he's kind of made it happen. But yeah, there's things that happen that is kind of out of your control, and there's even with my simulators, like my computers ain't the best, but we do great with what we got. But when I race and somebody like joins the lobby, and I'm in a practice or I'm practicing, I'm out there on the track, the screen flickers, and I'm afraid I'm gonna miss a line because you can't you lose that millisecond of where you're at. So keeping track of where you're at screws it up. So I actually turned that off. So when they're chatting and saying they're going to pit, I can't see it. They need to call it out.
Yep. Yep. No, it was a good race. Good run. I was just trying to figure out the line once the tires started getting worn and what to do to be fast.
Again, I mean, you were able to do it, and unfortunately, the fastest lap of the race was by Patrick Millette, was a 30.254, but he didn't finish. So it's good to be fast, but you got to put a whole run together.
That's right.
Heck yeah, man! Congrats! I'm gonna let you go celebrate with family and the Fam Jam, the team, and everybody, and the Vortex Motorsports. And congrats on picking up the win. And hopefully, we'll see you again here, maybe either tomorrow with the Next Gen Series, or we'll see you later this season with the Xfinity.
All right. Thank you.
So Cliff Adams picks up the W here tonight. And looking here once again, so a little disappointed in the incident you saw with the 36 Toyota getting into the wall. Latrell giving the race away in the 10th Mountain sponsored ride. I understand he's upset about that. Does probably want to talk about it. So one spot shy of a race win and didn't want the interview, but let me give him a quick little shout out here. He started back in the 4th position, made it up 3 spots. Excuse me, started back in 5th and made it up 3 spots. Number 2 was winning, was in position, and catastrophe hits. Cliff sweeps in, takes the victory. Great race tonight. Great effort by Stephen Latrell and the team. Sean Dunaway, great 3rd place finish for the Hello Kitty ride. After the cats dragging the brakes, Hungry Dogs come fighting for the win. Cody Benelli 4th, and right at your top 5, Kyle Hess here at the Racers Elite Network. Once again, I want to thank all the goats that tuned in on the Racers Elite Network. Thanks Alex Tuft and Andrew Tuft family for hosting the leagues here with the Racers Elite Network. And thank everybody for tuning in. And we will be back live tomorrow night here with the Racers Elite Network. We will be here with the Next Gen Series, and we'll be right back here next week with me with the Xfinity Series entering the chase for race number 1. So we'll catch you then. Thanks for tuning in the Racers Elite Network. We'll see you next time. It's been great, been fun. We'll see you tomorrow at Atlanta.